Hello everybody, it's 10 a.m. on Sunday, March 24th, 2024, and today marks second video of our YouTube channel. After we released the first video at the beginning of February, after recording it at the end of January, I apologize for the delay between our first video and the second video, which is going to come out at some point at the end of March, beginning of April. I do not really have an excuse for not recording the video. In the last 2 months, I was really focused on just onboarding the clients and getting them up and running and keeping them happy and entertaining them for a longer period of time. But I am promising that I'll try to do more YouTube videos in the coming weeks and months, because obviously it's unacceptable. I should stick to my schedule, so guys, please forgive me and let's jump straight into it. Today I would like to cover our first 3 months of business, of working together with my partner on the agency that we are building to $100,000 a month in revenue and beyond, how we have been able to navigate the first 3 months, and what challenges and wins we've been able to stack thus far. Starting with a quick overview of what we've been able to accomplish in the first 3 months. We've been able to grow our revenue from $15,000 a month back when it was at the beginning of January, or even in general in the entire month of January, to now over $30,000, around $30,000 to $35,000 in monthly revenue. We essentially doubled our client base thanks to the newly introduced offer, and without onboarding any new team members thus far. We're still sticking to our core team, which is pretty small but mighty, and the core team includes 4 people. Starting with myself, I take on the role and responsibilities of Chief Operating Officer, since I oversee the day-to-day operations on the advertising and client success sides of our business. Our Chief Executive Officer, CEO, who is my partner, one account manager who takes on the role of both the creative strategist and the media buyer at this time, as well as one web developer. So it's a team of 4 thus far. We are going to onboard more team members who are full-time employees as well as part-time employees in the near future, in coming months and beyond, because we are planning to go pretty aggressively. We've been able to double the business size in 2 months, essentially growing at around 50 to 60% month-over-month rate, and we want to maintain that same trajectory and take our business from $30,000 to $35,000 per month in revenue, where it is now in March, to $50,000 to $60,000 per month in revenue by the end of May, beginning of June, and then go to $100,000 a month and beyond by the time fall comes around. So that when we enter next year, maybe we're already at $150,000 to $200,000 in monthly revenue. But that is the plan, and to do this, we have to build operations, standard operating procedures, so SOPs, as well as the team. So it's going to be a key component, but until then, we've been able to grow just with new offer and our core team, since we have a really killer team. Everybody is staying focused and knows what needs to be done to help us grow and keep the clients happy and retain them for long term. And then second thing that I would like to mention is we're planning to bring 2 interns on board at the beginning of April to help them gain marketing knowledge, as well as start considering them for more junior roles in the near future once they graduate from the internship. And that is just to start. Eventually, as they accumulate more experience as interns and then junior marketing members of our team, they will be considered for higher level positions in the organization once they start stacking the wins and the evidence, the proof that they've been able to help our clients grow, as well as help our business grow and it makes a significant impact on both the team and the client's business. In the first 3 months, as you can see, we've gone on a quick growth trajectory, but in order to keep up with it, we do have to have certain things in place, and those are more of the operational side of the business rather than sales side of the business. So we need to have all of the backend built out before we can start bringing on more clients. There's a lot of demand for the type of service we're offering now, but we do have to have the team in place so that we could manage the expectations accordingly and drive strong results for our new clients and prospects. Now that we've covered the overview of the business, let's quickly switch the topic and talk about some of the wins and challenges that we have faced on the sales side of our business. There's been quite a number of prospects we've talked to over the last 2 months, and there have been a lot of wins, but also some challenges that I would like to address. And there's 3 bullet points for each. Let's start with wins first. Number 1, when it comes to wins, is we have a really dialed offer for the type of service that we are providing now. We have different packages for different business levels, so different business sizes, with different monthly revenue as well as advertising budgets. So it's easy for prospects to choose the package that works best for their business at this particular time or stage of their business growth. And we have really had no issues with discussing the price points, since we have really flexible pricing and we started off on a little lower end for our pilot program. This is a new offer, so we did have a pilot program for the first 3 or 4 clients, and it was really easy to sell them on that, since nobody has really done that before us, and they were really interested in trying it out with us based on our expertise and knowledge and skill set in the sister industry. But yeah, it's been really easy for us to sell thanks to this dialed offer with different packages at different price points. So the second thing I would like to bring up is we have a very unique positioning in the market. Practically, we have little to no competition in this vertical for the service that we are providing. So it's easy for prospects to choose us when they talk to us, because they do not know another service provider who would do what we're doing. Neither this price level nor the higher price level, at least at this time. So we do have that competitive edge and the first mover advantage that we are going to use to the full extent. And then last but not least, the third thing I would like to address is we have been able to generate a very strong return on investment, return on ad spend, whatever you want to call it, for our first set of clients in a pilot program. And we've been able to ask them to give us a quick testimonial and seek the permission to use or leverage the testimonial in our sales speeches during the sales calls, as well as put it on our agency website. So that as well was another differentiator that helped us to close prospects more easily, since we already had a couple of case studies over initial testimonials. Even though those were not the video testimonials, they were written testimonials, we had a couple that helped us to close new prospects who were the bigger businesses more easily. So those 3 are the wins. I will summarize them a little later. Let's talk about the challenges now. So starting with number 1, when I did mention that we have some written testimonials, we are lacking any video testimonials from our existing clients. And it's not a big bottleneck, but of course we would love to include the video testimonial in both our sales speech or sales deck when we talk to prospects during the discovery call, or when we talk to them on the second call and we go over the strategy, and also include it on our agency website, so that any new prospects or cold outreach prospects who land on the website can see that video and then book the session more easily. And we're planning to address this challenge bottleneck by asking one of our successful clients who've seen really strong results during the pilot program record a video testimonial and seek their permission to put it on our agency website and also put it in our sales decks. A second challenge or bottleneck that we've been facing is lack of multiple case studies in the particular business vertical that we are going after, the new one. We have a whole bunch of case studies and experience in the sister vertical for both my partner and myself, but the business operators and owners in that new business vertical that we are going after understand the difference very well between their business vertical and the sister business vertical where we are coming from, and they're looking for more case studies specifically in their business vertical, not the sister vertical. We are planning to address this bottleneck by asking our existing clients who we onboarded just more recently but have already started seeing strong results, share a written testimonial, and then ask for their permission to add the testimonial in our sales pitch and also put it on our agency website. Similar to the first bullet point for the challenge, we don't have many case studies in this new vertical that we are going after, and then the video testimonials will also be needed for this particular business vertical, but it will be fine if we have more video testimonials from other verticals that we've worked with before as well. And then last but not least, third bottleneck that we faced, and that's not something that I actually anticipated, but I should have foreseen that coming, is bigger prospects who have bigger businesses with bigger annual budgets and bigger monthly revenues. They're looking to understand the exact mechanism of how we do what we do, and this forces us to give away way too much valuable tactical information during our sales calls and discovery calls, which gives them an opportunity to think that they can do this themselves with their in-house team and then walk away and then try doing it in-house. Plan to address this bottleneck is super simple. We are simply going to stop sharing as much valuable tactical information, the actual details of how we are going to do what we are going to do for the client. We're going to preserve it for once the clients sign the contract and pay the onboarding fee. And then before that happens, we're just going to be talking about the overall strategy, not going into the nitty-gritty and the details. If they do want to understand the exact tactics, they'll have to pay the onboarding fee and sign the contract. And until then, we will just explain to them very politely that we want to focus on the overall strategy and our tactics are proprietary and we do not want to share them until the client is onboarded. To quickly summarize, we've covered the first 3 months and how we've been able to navigate those with new clients. We essentially doubled the business size, both in client base and revenue, and we remain on track on our trajectory to get to $60,000 in monthly revenue by the end of May, beginning of June, and then to $100K in monthly revenue by the beginning of fall. And We have covered a couple of sales wins and challenges that we have been facing thus far in the first 3 months of our common business. To quickly recap those wins and challenges, 3 wins we've experienced is we have a very dialed offer with different packages at different price points, so it's easy for prospects to pick and choose whichever one suits the best for their business at this particular time or at that particular stage. We have a very unique offer and unique market positioning. So practically there is little to no competition for the type of service we are providing. So it's easier for prospects to choose us since they do not know another service provider who does what we do at the level that we can do it and produce the result that we can produce. And then number 3 is we have been able to generate really strong return on investment for our initial set of clients in the pilot programs. It has allowed us to generate the momentum and leverage their results and testimonials to close new prospects in the same vertical more easily. So those are the 3 wins. 3 challenges. Number 1, lack of video testimonials. Doesn't help to close more clients. By putting it on our website, once we have those, it's going to help us drive more lead form submissions for prospects who come from the cold outreach efforts, as well as from people who click on the links in the bios or in the posts of both myself and our CEO, my partner. Number 2, lack of multiple case studies in the new business vertical that we are going after. Doesn't help to close prospects with bigger budget and bigger brand names. We need to address it by asking our new clients we just onboarded recently but have already started seeing strong results, share their written testimonials and seek their permission to add those testimonials in the sales speeches and sales decks, and also put it on our agency website. And then number 3 is sharing too much valuable tactical information during the sales calls and discovery calls with potential clients and prospects. To address it, we're going to stop sharing nearly as much tactical information and just limit it down to the overall strategy, preserving the tactics for once clients sign the contract and then pay the onboarding fee. That's all for today. In the next video, I'm planning to cover the topic of how to onboard your clients, keep them happy during the onboarding phase, and how to retain them long-term for more than 12 months periods. It's going to be including a lot of golden nuggets, so please make sure to subscribe and let me know if you want me to cover anything else in the future videos. I do have a list of topics that I will be covering, but I always am eager to understand what you are looking for. If there's anything you have questions on or anything you would like me to address, please mention it in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Peace.